Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to episode number 2 of the Ubrick Show. With your host Sheyaf and Monash. Now in the last episode we did mention about some examples of how businesses have been, surviving or adapting to the current situation.
Today we're going to talk about businesses, how they're adapting. So how are they pivoting? So every business, be it a startup or be a large organization, I think COVID has not left anybody not adapting. Yeah. So what people are doing, they're using technology to expedite a lot of changes. They have a lot of resources in terms of their people and in terms of their existing stuff, in terms of their assets, their warehouses, all these details. So with this, how are businesses actually doing something that we call pivot? So Sheyaf, can we give an explanation of what a pivot is?
Okay, first of all, we'll call this episode the Great Pivot. Yeah. So today we'll discuss some. So like the previous episodes, we have some crazy examples that we've seen from around the world in the past 2 to 3 months. How they have, like Monash said, how some of these businesses, the crisis started or the COVID-19 whole, this thing started, and they found themselves really struggling to actually, continue the way they were actually continuing. So we did mention about brick to click and digital transformation. Now, this is not what I'm talking about here. We are talking about when a business was going in a particular direction. The best example is, let's talk about this pizza joint in Chicago, yeah, in the US. Now, these guys were quite famous for their pizzas and pies, yeah. Now, they are known as pizza, pies and PPEs. Now, what they have actually done is they have this particular kind of oven, yeah, which actually they usually use to make pizzas or bake pizzas. And when this situation came, they were really not selling much pizzas, and they found out the kind of oven they have, that oven is capable of heating plastic or that material which is required to create those face shields. Mm-hmm. Immediately, within a week's time, these guys started off and they've been doing quite well actually. Now, this is a very small example. Now, what has happened here, this particular business owner, in the 3-4 months, or now I think this was news back from April, now already he has his pizza business back. But by the time he has his pizza business back, he also has an additional revenue stream as well. Yeah. Now, this is, many people might be thinking, this is not a very relevant example, but that's not it. Now, another interesting example which everybody knows in the online space was with Airbnb. So what Airbnb has done is they have something called online experiences now. Mm-hmm. So you can either pay as one single person or as a group, and the person who's the host, maybe he's a magician or he's a musician, or he's somebody who's doing, creating, he's an expert in pottery, for example, or a painter. So you pay this, for example, 30 euros for an hour, and this person will take you on a live tour, or he will actually show you this new skill. Honestly saying, I don't know if it's actually going to be as lucrative, but this is definitely a very, very intelligent pivot.
This is where we actually see the existing the resources put into use. So say an example of Airbnb. Airbnb is an app which is in millions of people's phones. Yeah, they already have a very strong customer database. So how can they use this customer database who is spending a lot of time home? Either they want to entertain themselves or they want to educate themselves. So how can they use this platform and connect them? Yeah, so there is definitely a revenue stream coming in. Their potential people in the database, be it their customers who know the good experience of Airbnb, they're using this to give them either educational content or entertaining content. So I think this is a good example of a pivot. Yeah, brilliant.
And I think there are a lot of other examples as well. I was reading, Monash, that Forbes article that we were reading. They had some very interesting examples, right?
Man, I think the best one, which I think in Dubai there's a huge opportunity, or UAE as such, is the hotel one that we were looking at. So hotels have started offering their rooms as for work from home workers. So people can use their room, not for sleeping, but go in, have a good office, have a 5-star experience.
I think what specifically what it means is hotels. One of the hotels started offering day rates. Yeah, basically they were charging like $29 for a whole day. So you don't sleep. So what you're getting is you get a completely quiet place for people who are at home. So much noise. Kids are jumping around. They are studying or doing their online school and all this stuff. to stay away, and you're not, office is too far for you. So this is a very good way to actually pivot or add some additional revenue stream for hoteliers out there. I think I remember seeing one of the hotels in Dubai, I think 2 weeks back, they're offering hourly rates now. I think this is a similar idea as well.
I think you go to every industry, there are examples. So I'm sure there is, I think last year, Cult as a company, a fitness company.
Cult Fitness, yeah.
Yeah, they came into Dubai, they've opened up massive places, and there are a lot of people coming in. What Cult has done, using this, they've actually moved the whole fitness online. So instead of having local trainers, they have celebrity trainers, now actresses, sports stars, actually training people in the comfort of their home, probably using a connectivity like their mobile phone. Again, they've used their database, they've used their brand, and they've pivoted. These are very, very good examples in terms of large businesses.
So coming back, I think we get more or less an idea of what pivot actually means. Yeah, for each different businesses, it means something else. In a nutshell, it's about using your existing resources or existing infrastructure to do something else. Now, directly we'll jump into Dubai example. Now, in the past 3 weeks, one of the most interesting pivots or adaptations that we've seen business doing is every office or a company or a business who has capacity for fabrication, for example. Okay, be it your printers, be it your signage guys, be it your metal fabricators, everybody has started making sanitation gates.
Yeah, those tunnels, yeah?
Yeah, the sanitation tunnels. So some of these people never even imagined that this is something they will be actually doing. But as usual, people in Dubai are superbly fast. I think last month itself, I could actually see a surplus amount of businesses actually. We were just checking out even event management companies.
Even, over the weekend, we went to hike a little bit further in Umm Quwain, and we actually saw a billboard outside which was advertising sanitation tunnels. So these guys are outdoor companies. They have actually pivoted into this thing.
So I guess, guys, today's main idea of the episode was just to get you guys to think. Yeah. Now, every business has an option or has an option to actually decide. Okay, if you are among those businesses who are a bit struggling right now, who are kind of finding it difficult to actually manage. Okay, and you're feeling what you're offering right now is not going to pull it. This whole concept of a pivot is something you should explore. You should look at what are the resources that you have other than what you're offering right now. What else can they offer? Okay, so look around. There are a lot of examples. Now, coming back, we said in the last episode there are a lot of things we as Ubrick are currently experimenting with. So our business model, 90 or 99%, we are a service-based business. Yeah. Now we understand that service, being in the service industry, by default, even without Corona or without a pandemic, it is always a very tricky thing because the retaining clients is quite challenging. So we've always had this idea of leaving the service and getting to a product. So all this while, me and Monash have been super lazy, or with that later. But this is a good time for us. So we are currently also thinking about this of doing a pivot. Now, hopefully in the coming episodes, we just started our journey with it. We will explore, but we'll keep you guys updated as well. So I think more or less this is all that is we wanted to actually cover in today's episode is the great pivot. Think about it, guys. How you can make sure your business, can benefit from a pivot like this. So before closing the show, I just wanted to say something. There is a quote which is very famous. Yeah. When life gives you lemons, what do you make?
Yeah.
Make lemonade. Yeah. So similarly, again, this is all about the mindset end of the day. So if you are a business owner, if you are, in this position, make the best of it. Yeah. So again, let us know what you think and write to us, DM us, email us, if you have any specific questions, we'll be more than happy to help, guys. So take care, guys. We will see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.